and welcome to day one coverage of the IM Financial Group Championship, the third event on the KLPGA Tour season, but the second domestically, and last week's winner, EA1, opens her account for this championship with a lovely birdie there, taking her to 1 under par. Park Ju-young currently sets the pace after a blistering 7 under par opening round. Timothy Lowe here, great to have your company for this opening round. Just chipping from the edge of the green. It's a bit of a nippy one here in Chuncheon this week, which is as low as 4 degrees. The week, they're still keeping their jumpers on. Ji-young, a couple under with a chance to get 3 deep through 6 holes here. Multiple-time titleist coming off such a great last couple of seasons on the KLPGA Tour, but that one just sliding by the right edge. Still tumbling along all right. Good chunk of change these ladies are playing for this week, as well as plenty of points in the KLPGA Tour points list and the We Made points list. Hee Choo-nee make the turn in 1 under par, starting on the 10th, so over to the first now, 60 meters. Bit of an awkward tee shot this. That fairway just angles slightly to the left. Kyung that's a par putt on the 6th, alongside Ji-young and Ye-won. Year in, year out, one of the best putters on tour, but still not immune to the odd short miss or two. The resurgent 2024 to Park Hyun-kyung. Great form carried from the end of 2023. Probably back to a couple of victories last season. Hoping for a strong start to 2025. Rejoin the Kim and Byul group. This is Woo Hyun-ju, a sophomore on the KLPGA Tour. Par early doors, but it's a birdie look. Trying to recover one of those early drop shots. Drifted off a little low. Ji-hyo, the rookie class of 2025. Good solid performance last week. That's a bit of a miscue there. To be fair, it did look like she had a good putt. Just touch open club face at impact. Drifting that one wide. Through the spring season here in South Korea. A couple of dried out spots in these fairways, but of course in immaculate condition is so urgent. Let's have a look for about 20 feet. It's the opening round of a brand new event on the KLPGA Tour, the IM Financial Group Open. We will crown the third champion of 2025, the KLPGA Tour. Certainly looking forward to another fantastic year out here, following some of the finest in the South Korean women's game. Just see that. From 124. It sounded a little heavy. That's absolutely fine. Should stay there. It's that slope I was talking about, but at least it's an uphill look. The park. Slightly flatter ball flight than Chi-Young, so she might have to try and drive it into that front right fringe, just have it skip on. Not bad. And pitching that pin high and with that lower ball flight just scuttles along a little. Certainly the tougher of the two putts between herself and Park. Phenomenal career this young lady has already had. A couple of majors under her belt. Seven-time winner on tour after her victory last week at the Doosan Weave Championship. Second time she's won that event in the last 3 years. Expensive and very comfortable, I can assure you. Cozy massage chair. One prize on the par 3/8. It's worth $13,000 US. You're on to get straight at the target. You see the firmness of these greens. Just not sticking as quick as things would be used to play at this course. Couple months down, just towards the end of summer with a little bit more moisture. Slightly elevated tee. 3/8. Oh, Kyo. Just put that little miss. Seventh out of her mind. I think another 6-iron here for Young. Good solid shot there. Wait for that release. Right around pin high. So the approach from Sawyer Jin into the 10th. This is now a putt for birdie. Sliding down the hill, just tailing off a little right. Like a little pace too. To absolutely no one's surprise. Scoring much better in the morning wave than it has been this afternoon. You can see those flag sticks hopping in the breeze. It's going to be tricky out there as we return to the 7th and a birdie putt for Kyo. This one will be a sidewinder. It's hard from her left. Yeah, that was a straight shove. Never had that one on line. Ladies are no stranger to this golf zone layout. The lady on the right hand side of the screen there, Park Ji-young, she won the Kilchon Honey Ladies Open a couple of years back when we were last here in Chuncheon. Minbyo putting back up the hill from that fringe on 8. This for birdie. Round you come. Round you come. Decent effort there. Course is playing this afternoon. Greens firming up, quickening up as well, and into the fact that you've got those swirling winds. Don't look at that leaderboard. Don't look at the name of Park Ju-young up there and start to feel like you need to press. Anything in the 60s, even a 70 is very solid to start this campaign. Wander back down to the first tee. I mentioned this tee shot just because because that fairway doesn't have a strict section before the dogleg, always just feels a little uncomfortable. Feels like you're not got quite enough depth in the fairway. Kang Cheon, another fantastic rookie that we'll be seeing a lot of in the months to come. Debut season on tour. Looked a little anxious, but pretty sure she's got the firepower to cover that left-hand fairway trap. Golfing career, another view of many double-greened golf courses that we see here in the land of the morning calm. Oh, did that so beautifully last week. Year one. Starting to string some birdies together. Back to back, take it a 2 under par. So it looks a little bit calmer now at the start of this front nine. Anything but calm for Hero, and 3 over on her opening nine, the back nine. Last time we were here, this lady lifted a trophy. Kyochon Honey Ladies Open back in 2022. 23, excuse me. 15 feet here for Park Ji-hong, putting uphill can give us a good wrap. Well, beautiful effort just on the top side. That should be cast iron 4. Did see this lady miss it from almost a similar spot just a couple moments ago. This for a bounce back birdie for Jung Ji-hyo. Can't hit a putt much better than that without it dropping. Unlucky. That means 2 over par. Poor first putt. Fiddly little one to avoid back-to-back drop shots. Another one slides by. So year one surging with a couple of birdies. Park Hyun-kyung spinning her wheels early in the week. A couple over par already. 72-hole event cut will be made. Below 60 in ties. Tomorrow's second round. It's so impressive. The rookies on tour just get better and better every season. Think about the great rookie classes we've had. Certainly in the last 5 years since I've been calling the action in the KLPGA Tour. Your Hong Jung Mins and your Mada Soms, Song Ga-eun's, of course Yewon, Bang Shin Sil. Last year Kim Min Gyeol, who's going to emerge as the top of the rookie crop in 2025. So Yun. A couple of victories last year for her. It's coming in playoffs that lasted exactly 2 doubles. Heaven Masters champion. To red figures with that birdie opportunity to come. Now back to the surging year one, who's reached the 8th tee. choice of club for these ladies. It's a wide one for year one. Long as well. Hook that club face a little bit. Shuts it down, de-lofts it, go a little long, little left. Doesn't look like an overly bothersome spot to miss the screen. Squat move, just trying to get deeper, start the downswing. Much lower hands at address. Works the club so beautifully. Abbreviated, almost Tommy Fleetwood-esque follow through. Tommy Fleetwood, a phenomenal iron player. Hearing that I go in my next game of golf. Soft that follow through a little, just get a touch more control and compression. Now Beso Hyun to make the turn at 1 under par. He'll left to righter. Doesn't move that much. The answer is no. Stop the run. Put a couple of good swings together, give herself some better looks. That's not better swings. Just be slightly simpler up and down than the one that faces her playing partner. Springtime in Korea, nothing quite like it. First major championship of the season. Just around 3 weeks away. The KLPGA Championship will be staged at Lakewood Golf Club, as it has been for the last couple of years. Chung Min, champion. What will be a very busy week for South Korean golf. We've got the KLPGA Championship, first major of the spring for the ladies. Stage at Lakewood, and you've got the Masters of the Korean Men's Tour, the Maekyoung Open, staged at historic Namso. I'll be covering that event, co-sanctioned with the Asian Tour, and of course, Live Golf League making their much-awaited debut at Live Golf Korea. The league descends on the Jack Nicklaus Golf Club in Incheon. 3 major, massive golfing events happening in the first week of May. Cannot wait for that. Just trying to bump it through the fringe or pitch it on the green. For the former option, she's managed rather nicely, although that still goes wandering a couple of extra feet by. Second into the 11th. Dug its heels in a little quick, but still a good opportunity for a birdie. You've seen how quickly year one's tumbled along, so factor that into the calculations and uses a much better little shot from just off the edge of the green. Yu Hyun-ju. Very poor day. 3 over par. Rip at this 9th and 2. Got a 3-wood from 255 meters. We know how firm and bouncy these fairways are. And just drifts into the rough. With about 8 feet in front of her, which will kick this ball there. Stay pretty straight the last couple of feet. Settle down. Maybe a touch pacey. No, not too bad. Now, certainly with the speed together, it looks like just a hybrid club. The big hitting Kim. A little late on that, perhaps. Hanging that one out right. Just in the sort of divide. Rough and fairway cut. To get relief from an edging groove if she happens to find herself in one. Yeah, what? Those putts that go a long way to preserving momentum in a round of golf. Just to save par. Good job there. Consolidates the back-to-back birdies with a very timely and tidy par save at the 8th. A much simpler task for Ji Young. Don't need to start this one outside the hole. But Mark.
자, 플레이하겠습니다. 이동 멈춰주세요.
To complete a hat trick of threes, par 3/8. Ju Young, 65, still sets the pace, one shot clear of He's So Young, and then a gaggle of players all opening with 68s this morning here on day one at Gulf Zone County Sunsun at the IM Financial Group Championship. So a good look from the back of the tee here on the 9th at the elevation. That will hopefully assist these players get a little extra distance for these tee shots. Reachable par 5, but you can see the defined fairway sort of informs the players the shape of this hole from left to right. Always been one of the straighter drivers on tour, and you can see that proverbial frozen rope for year one gets that extra bit of run she was looking for. She did towards the end of 2023 last year. The off-season worked hard, picked up a little bit more distance. Golf is increasingly becoming a power player's paradise, so no surprise. A lot of golfers trying to find speed in any manner of different ways. Clubs, training, working out, altering technique. So similar line, but this one a little bit further right than year one's. Looks like it's the short stuff. A little bit further down the whole third shot for Kim Min-bill. Side. Tried out grass with very little moisture. It's hard to get the spin that you're looking for. It sounded like she compressed it nicely. Let's watch the first bounce here. Yeah, well done. Got that to grab well. Min-bill will have an opportunity to turn an even par. Kim Kyung has had a bit more of a lateral movement through the ball, so it turns a bit more level, just shifts and bumps into her left side. So it looks like it's leaking just a touch, but should catch a piece of the green grass in the distance, and that it does. Well, it looks like Park Hyun-kim's picked up a bit of speed as well. She's comfortably got it past Park Ji-young. Barren no man's land between fairway and green. That pin in the back left. Ample room, lots of options for Lee Hyun-ju. Trying to show one a little bit further back in the stance, trying to drill it in low. A bit of chasing. Play a standard shot. Pitch this to 15 feet short, one hop a bit of check, and then just have it dribble on out. Which depends on the lie here for you. It certainly wasn't the low one. Oh, but it was the right one. Classy shot there. So up to 11, and this right to left opportunity for Seo Eun-jin. Balance her books this Thursday. Oh, it's not going to hang on, surely. I must have had about 3-4 feet of break in it. Really snapped hard on her. So Min-bill for birdie. See, this is sort of slightly downhill, moving a hair from right. Stayed straight. Lucky there for Kim. Choi Min-kyung, excellent approach into the 11th. Yield a birdie 3. Second of the day. Just a formality, surely, for Yu Hyun-ju's birdie at 9 to take her to the turn in 38 strokes. That would half Kim Min-gil, but there are scoring opportunities on the inward side. What, back down the fairway. There's trouble left here, but there's so much room out to the right. She's a great wedge player. Keep her as far right as possible, 272, so she should run through the fairway, but a bit of a loose swing there for year one. No harm done. Ball looks to be slightly below her feet, which does promote a little cut spin. As the breeze starts to pick up, just turn back into the players' faces slightly. It's going to wander into that first cut of rough. ENG, winningest player on the KLPGA Tour in the last couple of seasons, had a disappointing weekend at the Weave Championship last week. It's a well-struck shot there for Park Min-ji. The birdie opportunity awaits. So it's the turn in even par, back-to-back par fives for players who start on the first, and oh my goodness, straight in the jar for Bae So-hyun. Oh, she does love a good par five, doesn't she? How about that? It's a hole out, eagle 3 for Bae So-hyun to vault herself up to 2 under par. Well worth another peek. Don't think it touched the green, that ball. Straight in. Team Min-gil. Pretty wide target, this 10th fairway, so she can just open up her shoulders and really give this one a good rip. It's a little shorter than the par 5 9th, 490 meters. You are allowed bad shots in golf, but as long as they don't cost you, they're not terrible. This one looks like it's sitting down just a touch for year one. Ample green to work with, waiting for some release. Expect a bit of grass to be caught between club face and ball. Take a little spin off it. Read the lie well, executed. Very nice shot, just tumbles on a little, but again, no harm done. With the cheese putting. Very well scared the hole again. Did not need to repair anything there. Still hasn't made a birdie, Hee So-hyun. She's at 2 under par and running inside the top 15. A similar-ish lie for Park Hyun-kyo. It's closer. It's a touch cleaner contact, much higher than year one's. As a result, they want to stop much quicker. Beautiful shot there from Park. Jun-hyun. 35 points picked up already this season. He's a 6th on the Rookie of the Year points race, but if she starts reeling off some birdies, it could be the exit from this financial group championship at 4 over par. Still 27 holes for her to make amends as Park Ji-young, the only player to be coming out of the fairway here on the 9th, takes full advantage. Lovely shot there from Park. Sometimes you can get those lies in this sort of dried out, wispy rough where it's just better than being on the fairway. It's like that ball sitting on a tee peg. Didn't leave anything in the tank there, gave that one the full rip. She's still going to be in that dried out rough. It was par 5, but I made a 3. Let me show you how. Not a difficult game, golf, is it? With 9 straight pars, and then slam dunk one for an eagle 3. Bill, that hybrid club again. She's looking anxiously at this one. She's going to get a little more chase. It's not disastrous. It's tumbling through the fairway. So, see if that birdie back on the 9th can just put a little spring back into the step of Yoo Hyun-ju. Got a little late on that, trying to save it at the end. Quick flip of the hands, but that one always to be leaking out right.
실례하겠습니다.
Yeah, one outside chance. turning 3 under par. Just get a little closer to Park Joo-young's 7 under total. She had the line. Just needed a little more speed.
나 여기에요. 순양로 좀.
Still efficient and tidy work as always for year 1.
플레이하겠습니다.
Confidence going to be a little shot after those 2 tiddly misses. It's been around 8 feet. He did too. There's been some frustration with the putter. Geo. Doing what year 1 could not. Drifts low. These greens at Golf Zone County just seem to play us a little in this opening round. Year 1. Joo-young gets to the turn at 2 under par. Opening round coverage of the inaugural IM Financial Group Championship rolls on with Park Joo-young enjoying the view at the top of that leaderboard.
뒤에 카메라 칠 때 누르시면 안 돼요.
So our featured group for the opening round of this IM Financial Championship start their trek. The homeward 9, head off by Gear 1. This week's champion at 2 under par. Looking for back-to-back victories. First time in her career.
다음에 카메라 속도 부르시면 안 됩니다. 플레이하겠습니다.
Teeters into the left, but again, this being a par 5, not disastrous. Deep there for Bjorn, but work a little of that backstop. A little further back in stance. Everyone get it scuttling on down, straight out fairway. Yo. Early that. A little more release.
페리 한 30 가서 그냥 조금 뛰어도
Now, so here. Oh, that was to start the back 9-3-3. No matter. Steady par. Looks like she's on a bit of an upslope here. Waiting to the lead side a little. Press into the ball. Falling back and flipping your hands through. Nicely done. Just about stays in the fairway. Just missed that donation circle for every ball. Way into that circle. The financial group. It's 250,000 won to charity. sponsored by our title sponsors this week.
지푸라기 우측으로.
난 지푸라기 내리막 있어.
심하졌다.
내리막 초반 투입이 심해.
Yeah, what looks like the ninth. But this one come through a couple of different changes in grass through the fairway cut and then about 5 feet of fringe, and then you reach the smoothness of the putting surface, but generally downhill. Percentage play, maybe a little heavy-handed. Reasonable opportunity for Bob. Side of the fairway. Expect this one inside 10-12 feet. No prowess with the short clubs. Took a big first hop, but right about 10 feet. Excellent shot. Awkward, slightly down slope. Not a ton of green to work with, now 6 paces of it. And, chase after that, try and get that right hand releasing through. She'll get some help off that little slope past the hole. Back to 9. Be a birdie look. Seen this one a couple of times. Just drifted a little right for Ju Kai-in. Touch high, that one.
네.
Nice clean line, look at that. It's just as good as being in the fairway, so she should expect some check on this one if she makes good clean contact. For the grab, but it was never there. First of the day at Lee Jung-min, reigning KLPGA champion. Level par on her day, hopefully not for long. There's a birdie putt on the 11th. Very well hold. Very nicely done there. Start with that early double, but 3 birdies since. These are the right side apart. Ju. Seen a couple of lovely approaches into this par 4 already. This play is only coming in with just wedges, so it's a very gettable hole location. Pinch that one nicely off the turf. Wonderful control there from Yu Hyun Ju. straight and narrow here for Ji Hyo. This angle, she's landing more into the upslope. This ball should stop fairly quick. So it'll be a lot better being down the left-hand side of this hole than the right with today's hole location. Coach Daniel made it. Wonderful shot. Couple of excellent approaches. That hole out from Bae So Hyun back at 10. It's just an inch or two away from an eagle. Come on, Hyun Kyung. No time like the present to try and get something going. There's an opportunity at 10. It's going to come downhill slightly, but does work its way back uphill and around the cup. Just forgot to hit it. Line was good. Never really gone away from that style of putter. Half mallet, half moon shape. Served her well throughout her career. Her two playing partners stick it close on 11. That's pretty solid. So 3 good opportunities for these ladies to find some birdies. Looks like Hyun Kyung. Just a little shy with her pace. Young. Yeah, but it miffed. Let that opportunity slip by tonight. This putt slightly further away. Again, don't see too much break in this. Just putting from underneath the hole. Not this time. Okay, birdie there. Moves herself inside the top 10. See you there, but the big mover of the afternoon, Park Ji-young, who gets it up to 3 under, within 4 of Park Ju-young's 7 under par lead here on day 1 in Chuncheon. quickly over to 11, and Park Ji-young, to no one's surprise, spin high again, although that's going to leave a pretty slippery putt. So, yeah, one to follow. The breeze that was picking up just towards the end of that front line really has sort of dissipated into nothing on this inward arm, so opportunities for the players to start to attack, and that's really not one of Yewon's best. Digging in a little bit, leaving that club face open. Hyun Kyung pretty much take dead aim here. Nice full wedge for Park. Carry that a little bit further on, but that's okay. Day at Hong Jin Young 2. Lengthy birdie putt from the level of that 9th green. And nicely judged for pace. Jung Min. Back birdies. This one right around 18 feet at the 12 up the hill. Worming from left to right. Is that going to stay up? Gosh, I've seen a few putts that look like they're going to keep turning, and then they just refuse to go. Straighten up at the end so much, but good try there from an 11-time Tour champion. I can almost promise you this putt will keep turning. Year one, been over that little shoulder. Just rip straight left. My goodness, just shows you. You have to be in close proximity on these greens. You've got to be on the correct side of some of these pins because they're cut very close to slopes, as they usually are in South Korean professional golf. Leaving yourself alongside of too many of these pins throughout the year. You could have some grey hairs by the end of the season. I can put it that way. Ji-hyo did make a birdie back at 11, so birdie start to the back 9 for the rookie. Back to even par. That's a big old tee shot from Chung. My word, she's well down that 12th fairway. Also a good amount of right to left in this for Park Hyun-kyung, although not as much as Yewon's. Slightly more makeable putt. Got to keep your pace up, or this is going to rip left in a hurry. Nice stroke, beautifully read. That's more like it for Park Hyun-kyung. Timely birdie there, just eases the stress of Hyun-kyung. First of the day, back to 1 over. Such a good swing to copy if you're just getting into the game. Big wide shoulder turn, maintains great width at the top of a swing, and drives hard with that lower body to start her downswing. Generates a lot of club head speed. Hill got it out there. Kim Min Byul's pretty much pitched it the same distance as Jung Ji Hyo's carried. It is a birdie opportunity for Ji Young, but she will have utmost respect for the slope here. Lightning quick down this hill. Just going to get this moving. Slope will do the rest of the work. Still it wanders by. Yoon Da-hyun, 1 over par, outward half. A lovely tight little draw up the middle of the first fairway. Just a bit of tidying up to do. Here one's par. Issues at all for year one. Looking angle. Go with this flag. 12. 14 in. Must be a nice smooth pitching wedge for Kim. Maybe just caught her out a little. It's gone a little further than she would have liked. She's hitting decent quality golf shots. It's not flag hunting per se. She's giving herself a lot of those lengths, what a putts. You're only expecting to make, what, 1 in 8 statistically from around 15 to 18 feet.
자, 플레이하겠습니다.
Finally, with a birdie on the cart, Hyun Kyung will lead us off here at the 354 meter 12th. Sort of just narrow up a little further down this hole you go, and mind those fairway bunkers on the left hand side as well. Ji Young would like to hit a little squeezy fade. Particularly with the driver. Shape of this hole really does set up nicely to her eye.
플레이하겠습니다.
Yeah, one. Pretty wide target. Don't expect her to be missing this fairway. Thankfully, she doesn't. number here on 12. Those players that just prefers putting with the glove on. It's felt that that does reduce the amount of feel you have in that on the putter grip. But again, one of the greatest of all time. Jack Nicklaus used to do it, so who am I to judge? Good roll there from you. Highlight reel that is Bae So Yun with an opportunity for a birdie at 13. Not going to stretch, but it's another rock solid par. Tough to back up a phenomenal season like she had last year on the KLPGA Tour, but she was to a decent start, yet to miss a cut in 2025. So Hyun. Yo, birdie opportunity just stays out left. Problems there. Knows that she'll have the scoring opportunities tomorrow morning in slightly calmer conditions, albeit a little colder. Was in the mix at the Heaven Masters last year when Bae So Hyun eventually emerged triumphant. Final finish for 3 that week. Heaven CC. Deliberation. Just forgot to give it enough weather. Going to be a par there on the 9th for Ji Hyun 3. He's 1 over par. Watch that right knee. She tries to get it to drive towards her left to start the downswing. Those hips open. She approaches the ball. Starting to find her range again. It's a good solid shot. Pitching for 105, so clearly expecting a decent first kick. It just felt like that wasn't going to be enough club. Yeah, there's a bit of help in the end, but at least club shy there. Ji Young. Pitching wedge. Jump on this a little bit. And after a little bit harder, contact sounded okay. That one just was rifling through the back of the green. You have to think, the 2 of the best wedge players in the Korean women's game, those are 2 very standard golf shots. Kyo. First par 3 in the back 9, the 139-meter 13th. Got an 8 iron. It's the softest I've seen the ball react on a green all day long. Good solid swing there from Hyo from high. I'll tell you that bed frame and mattress combination. One par is the Lexfield Prestige. It's an eye-watering $100,000 US. I mean, I'd sleep pretty well on that. Touch opulent, but hey, you know, we to question the sponsors and the excellent prizes they put on up for these girls week in and week out. Hyunju to the tee, got a little less club than Jung. Got 9 iron. Spins forward, back in the stance, trying to drive on in with less loft, de-loft the club. Tough to go straight at this flag, especially with it's coming off the right, but getting up and over a pretty deep greenside trap as well. Park Ji-young, the simpler of the two up and downs between herself and Year One. Basic chip shot when you expect her to get up and down 9 out of 10 times. Heading heels a little quick. Just picking up a little. Looks like it's helping. Still coming off that right though. Oh no, does find that very deep greenside bunker. Actually, was probably a club off there. Causing some problems for these girls. Slightly harder shot than Ji-young just because she's got that shoulder. You can see the change in the colour of the grass for Year One, so she can drive one into the face of it, just have it skip over. It's so easy to do that. Just miss your landing spot. Quite precise with the strike, and off it goes, running away. So work cut out for both Year One and Ji-young to salvage pars here. 12. I remember playing with her in a Pro-Am for the Singapore Women's Open in her rookie season. Hugely impressive. She's kept her card every year on KLPGA Tour. 1 under par at the moment. Just fanning that one out a little right. Rookie class back in 2022. Hyun-kyo. Back-to-back birdies. This one pretty makeable. A little less break than the one she held on the previous green. That's the edge again. Real tester this. Slow uphill putt and into the green as well. Just a hair outside right lip. finish on the day for year one. Middle of the fairway, no less. Good solid par save there for Park Ji-young. Card tidy. Just clean up here. Solid 4. Appetizing life for Kim Min-byul. He'd rather be in the bunker. Some guesswork here. Big swing and hope too much ball. It's across the other side of the green. Pays the price for perhaps just an over-aggressive tee shot. So young into the 14th. Another excellent shot. Control their pin height. But the opportunity awaits now. Back to you. Jung, excuse me. Just across little ridge. Slow to start. Should just speed up a little. So he makes his way up and over that hump. Eye on Jung's putt. Sophia, the slope in front of her. Just around 25 feet. More speed on this one. Great effort. Stay in the hole, but stays above ground. So young. The opportunity at the long 14th. Just wanders a little left, but again, she's just having a very solid day. Obviously highlighted by that fantastic hole out on the 10th. Par saving putt for Kim Min-byul. Not going to get there, is it? Tee shot leads to a drop shot for Kim. Just a right center putt, you have to say. goes par. Okay, no mistakes there. Should walk away with a par 3 as well. Really nice par save there for Jung Min. Turn 1 under and keeps that card nice and clean. Back to 13T. Nowhere you don't want to miss it here on the par 3. That's that front right trap. You can feel like the club here. 7-9. Got to take something off. Let's break a big high fade in there. Beautiful shape on that. Good tee shot. Young. These players on the KLPGA, it's the rare few that are content and happy to move the ball whichever way the shot calls for. I think with this pin position, it's maybe an 8 iron. It's a kind of little flattish cut. It is 8 iron for par. Keep turning through here, no stalling of the body. Might have overcooked it. Oh no. It's perfect. What a shot there from Park Ji-young. Come on. The deep breaths. Kerfuffle. 12 behind her. Good solid swing on this one. Need to be overly aggressive. 15 feet left of the hole. It's going to be for an outside opportunity. Just putting her off, perhaps. Back. Launched up high, just a little left of the stick. Excellent. There's a reason why these 3 ladies are in your featured group. Great tee shots. Short but potentially treacherous par 3 13th. No one has been able to challenge that impressive 65 set this morning earlier on by Park Ji-young, who leads the way at 7 under par.
Kyun Kyung. First putt for birdie on the 13th, just on the very top of that little spine. So this one will be quick. Looks like it wants to generally fall from left to right. Is there going to be a little bit of movement back to the left, or is it going to stay pretty straight? We've seen a couple of putts over borrowed on the coverage already today. That one's really got to start turning hard right. It's trying. Good effort. Wasn't the easiest of reads that for Park. Be complaining with a 3 on the 13th too much this week. Yu Hyun-ju just from the fringe here on the 14th. Up and over. From right to left as well. Didn't quite have the pace. Try.
Nice putt.
Solid putt. Two, and King's putt. Two starts it out fairly wide. Hammers that one through the break. Jump. Straight uphill putt for birdie. Should get under par for this opening round. Not if she can't get it high enough. It's a little disappointing. That nicely. Remember the first time we saw her, just that violent lip out. Only doors on the 8th. It's pretty rock solid ever since. So Jin at the penultimate hole, the 17th, rolls one in for birdie to take herself up to 2 under par. Kim Min-byul after dropping a shot back on 13. Doesn't want to drop another here on 14. Tight right edge, but grabbed a piece, but not enough. Goal falls to 2 over. Be a bonus birdie for Park Ji-young to get herself into a share of 3rd. Oh, it had a look. Just ducked off left at the end. Very tidy and efficient round of golf from Ji-young this Thursday afternoon. Choi Min-kyung. She's got a chance to get to 4 under. Alongside So Jin. And just like So Jin makes a 2 at 17, Choi Min-kyung entering the conversation with a 3rd birdie on the back 9. She gets up to 4 under. No round of the afternoon working. It is just going to be the par 3. Year 1. Just stalled slightly. It's another beautiful spring afternoon in the city of Chuncheon, South Korea. The third leg of the 2025 KLPGA Tour season. Young just looking to brush this one in for a ho-hum 2-putt. It's the 14th green. 15th green, excuse me. There we go. On the right side of the fairway. 24 meters left. Look at this elevated target. Can't see the bottom of the flagstick. Okay. Should be pretty pleased when she gets up to the green. Well, we were looking at the 14th green earlier, but for some reason decided to come to 15. There'll be an opportunity for Kim and Bill upcoming. Decision with the club selection. If anything, I'd say a little longer one. Let's take something off it. Geez, and they're trying to bust a shorter one uphill off a slight upslope as well. Gap wedge, asking for that to go, and go it does. What a shot there from Jung Ji Hyo. Unpredictable. Down in that first cut, 85 meters left, doesn't look pleased with it at all. And for the life of me, I can't understand why. That almost went in. Track 14th hole. Straight away, par 4. See is what you get. It sounded a little strange, that one. It's actually popped it off the top of the club face, the club head. It's going to be okay.
올라가겠습니다.
He's thinking, pick up one, maybe 2 birdies in the last 5 holes. It's a job well done today, Park Ji-young. Actually got a little stuck inside. Even that out and right. Is it going to stay? Don't think so. Yeah, just into the first cut.
올라가겠습니다.
Year 1. Still, it's been a tidy day. Guarantee she'll feel like she's played better than her score indicates.
sung to her all day long. We're seeing her for a good reason there on 17. Lovely tee shot there. Former Lotte Open champion. Minbyul has the control wedge shot distance wise as this for birdie on 15 to return herself to even par. Crowded at 4 under par with the emergence of Lee Jung-min, but it's still 3 shots behind. Park Ju-young 7 under par, leading target. way in there. 159 left for Park Ji-young, and she's a couple of great saves, great up and downs today. That might be the toughest one she's left herself yet. Playing as one of the toughest holes out here at Golf Zone County. Looking to split the difference between the TV tower and that flag you can see in the back left corner of the green. She's got 6 iron. Start on an aggressive line. She pulled that. Yeah. On left and down off the back left edge of the green. It's going to be a testy one as well for year one. The left side of the fairway almost forces her to play the smart shot. Look out towards the right half of the green, even if you're 30 feet right of this flag. You take 2 putts in a hurry here for a 4 on 14. 7 iron in from 140 meters. Needed a little more, but there won't be any grumbling about that. That's okay. She pulled that one. It's important to try and keep those sugar levels up. Stay hydrated on the golf course, even though it is rather cool and nippy out there. You do lose a lot of fluid to make your way around. Figures for the day. 3 holes to go. It looks like that might be sitting down a bit. That right-hand rough on 16. 20-year-old. To the closing hole, and Seo-jin, who just rattled in a lengthy putt from off the green on 17, has a chance to do the same to end her round. This putt from the lower level of the split-tiered green, just outside of 35 feet. Good pace on that. Like I said at the top of the show, given the conditions this afternoon, 17, not a bad score at all. So far, the difference in scoring average between the morning and the afternoon waves, almost 2 shots. So good work there for Seo-jin, especially when you consider that awful start being 2 over par through the first 4 holes. Seo-jin trying here, some trouble off the tee, to a long way back, 123 meters. This par 4. That's not going to bother her one bit. Already produced the shot of the day with that hole out at the 10th, and looks like she's going to Houdini her way out of 16 with no damage done. Choi Min-kyung to post the low round of the afternoon wave. This birdie round of 67. Oh, she's only gone and done it. What a finish there from Choi Min-kyung. Birdie, blemish-free, 67. She's going to move into 3rd all by herself, and within 2 of Park Ji-young. Looks like Ji-young's got a break here. It's actually skipped through the bunker, maybe just on the upslope. Can't tell from this camera angle. No, the amount of knee bend that I'm seeing from Park suggests that she may be just on the upslope in the bunker. So we've got to keep good acceleration here. Thump that club into the back of the sand and so pop out and release. Gotta be egging that one on. It's not bad. That is what remains for par 4. And that stunning tee shot, Jenny Sung. This for birdie at the 17th. We've seen a couple of deuces on this par 3 today. Jenny Sung add her name to that list. That little left, yeah. Looked like she never got settled in over that one. Second guessing with the line read. Yeah, very simple little chip shot for Park In-kyu. In fact, one that she can think about holding. It's makeable. Good touch there. Ever so slightly in that right rough on 16 for Ji Hyo. 119 left, so just grip down in 9-9, get a little steeper. Shows solid contact here. So she made a nice pass at it, keeping an eagle eye, but one comes up well short. Slope. Got plenty of height on this one, 115 meters to go for Kim. Sounded like he hit the green, but there it is. Good shot. Well below the level of the green here, no choice but to open up the club face, try and get some height on it. A little lower than I thought she needed to play that, but still, gives herself a look. Par save, difficult par 4. Better looking line than the one that Jung had. She's got 110. So this left pin. It looked really good to her in the air. It just pulls up a little shy. Now, Bae So-hyun, beautiful Mercedes GLC 220 diesel 4MATIC. Only one prize up for grabs. Total value $70,000 US, which you'd be shocked to hear is less than the bed that was available back on the 13th. To be fair, that did come with a mattress. Pulled that a little, but no harm. No foul on the dance floor for Bae So-hyun. Fireworks after that electrifying start to the inward 9. Let's go back to the very big putt for Park Ji-young. Just scramble herself away with a par. The tally at 3 under. Oh my word. It did everything but go in. Unfortunately for Park Ji-young, it's going to be the first bogey of the day. Tumbles her back to just outside the top 15.
플레이하겠습니다.
We're on. We've seen that. Maybe just a hint more allowance. A bit of break on this. Try and stay in mid figures. red and nicely hold.
실례하겠습니다.
Kim Kyung safely in for her four. Lots of green to work with, but you see so many players in the modern game reach for the most lofted club. Old school golfers would say, the more you keep that ball along the ground, the better, the more predictable it is. That just illustrates my point. You're trying to land it in a precise spot. The margin for error very, very slim, especially with no trouble between yourself and the hole. Of course, if you're in the position that Park Min-ji finds herself in right here, then yes, you have to take the lofted option. Another word for it. Got a good new bagman. Bio Kim's former caddy, Lee Sun-suk. Looking for Park Min-ji this season. Oh, and he's given her a nice line there. A chip in for Park Min-ji to get back to even par. He's going so well, then just horrendous start to the back nine, but that's a third birdie in a row, and Park Min-ji back to even par, and the smile is back on Min-ji's face. To the 15th tee, this group getting slightly out of position. They're a hole behind the girls ahead, already on the 16th. Kyung just trying to get motoring along here. Doesn't like that. Maybe a little rushed. That's a little right. A little left, excuse me. Not a putt you think about holding too often. All about good pace on this. Yu Hyun-ju. Easy. Little left on that bone. Shoot. Quickly off the 15th tee as well. It splits the middle of the fairway. So Yun birdie putt on 17. Just worming its way down there. Okay, just right around 2.5, 3 feet. We'll get her attention, but don't expect her to be missing that one. Park Ji-young looking to bounce back after that drop shot. First of the day. Tee shot here. Give yourself a look. That gets a nice friendly kick, and it's going to go releasing along another couple of yards down the fairway. Good stuff there from Park Ji-young. We've seen her putting a lot from today. 15, 18 feet. Just pulling up a little shy. 3 there at 17. Back to Hyo for her par at 16. Oof, it was almost a great save, but returned herself back to even par just as quickly as she got to red figures. So Hyun for her par. It was pretty much a given, almost. Oh. See that 1 out of 100 times, and unfortunately, Lee So-hyun is back to even par. Yeah, one. Up to 15. So the breeze is coming into her face and just out of the right a smidgen. Shy there in the elevated green, but just looked a little untidy. Yeah, one. Sitting okay in that rough. She get the numbers right here. Not quite enough to bounce it up on the green. Puts herself in a pretty easy spot. The two playing partners come up short. Just 5-6 yards onto her number here to ensure she covers the front edge of the green. Definitely did that, and a fine shot there. Normal service has resumed for Park Ji-young, who will have a birdie opportunity to come on the 15th. Ju. A par putt. 5 feet out. Oh, from that one. Shaves the edge as well. Couple of bogeys here. Ju and Jung Ji-hyo. Sunk the 18th from the top level of the green, so a slightly easier putt than Seo Jin had. Just looked a little low all the way. Basic little chip. Flop and run, give it a chance, was on a lovely line. That was about as easy as it comes when you're going to make a 4. Brush that one in to reach for the coin. Elevation to come up here, so open up that club face. Turn through nicely. He's had a great pair of hands around the greens. That looked very simple. courage here from Park Ji-young. But I want to just creep right to start. And certainly, the last couple of feet we'll want to move back towards the left. Oh, a fraction more and that was in for Park Ji-young. Caddy knew it. Crazy to think that little tap in. Game of golf counts the same. And the scorecard is a 300-yard drive. One shot. Excellent there. Beautiful tee shot. Kim Min-gyeol. I was thinking about that car when that ball was in the air, I promise you that. Gently sunk to tidy up for around a 72. Even par to start the campaign. Two-time KLPGA Tour winner. Chai Park Min-ji, lovely little fight back there over the last couple of holes. Picking up 3 birdies in her last 6 for that even par round. Now, Lee Hyun-ju back at 2 over par again. Maybe a fraction long. Struck tee shot there for you. very poor tee shot for Jung Ji-hyo. Found the penalty error, so has taken a drop now, playing 3. She really was battling back so nicely in this round of golf, and then has just come unglued once again these last few holes, but she'll limit the damage to just 1 there on 17. A couple of birdies. Drop shot, she's back at 2 over par as we return to 16, and the shot in for Park Ji-young. Wedge here from 115, it must be a bit of help. Off the back, Park. Okay, nothing to write home about, but it's just another good solid iron shot. A birdie putt for Yu Hyun-ju. Downhill most of the way, and then just wandering to the right at the end. This tracking on a great line. Ooh. Thought she might do it for a moment there. Hyun. Bogeys on the back line have left her at even par. Okay. That 1 under par round of 71 remaining for Bae. Slider after scaring the hole with a tee shot at the par 3. Left a couple of feet out. That was truly bizarre. Elementary little chip shot here. Oh, very nicely judged indeed. Get away with the par 4. 16. Go with lengthy comeback for her par at the 17th, and she's lost that left early. That is a bogey from out of absolutely nowhere for Kim Min-byul. Uncomfortable putt because it'll feel like her feet are slightly higher than the level of the ball. This putt certainly wants to move from left to right. She doesn't want to keep turning to par. Ju, all right, mops that one up well. Young birdie opportunity awaits on the 16th. In you go. Just relentless. Park Ji-young, the experience that she has, the tenacity. 3 under. Beautiful stuff there from Park Ji-young. Now Lee Jung-min on the closing hole. Uphill to begin. It just moves from right to left. Did neither of those things. At the speed and certainly wasn't high enough. To the home hole, and Yu Hyun-ju going with driver. Park Ji-young with the honour on 17. She's got 6 high, which feels like quite a bit of club. Trying to take something off there, just hung it out to try a little. Not a horrible miss. Forward a little up and down, she's left herself. Kyung. Must be picking up just a touch out there towards the end of these players' round. That's well done. Worse as that, onto the front section. Park Min-ji for 4 in a row to end her day. Not going to be that wonderful finish, but she can take a great measure of pride in the way that she's responded after those bogeys. 3 straight, including that chip in on 17. And once this finds the bottom of the cup, being even past 72. Park Min-ji looking to add even more silverware to that already very, very congested trophy cabinet. Yeah, one. Last to go. Should be a 6 iron as well, I imagine. Uh-oh. And off the club, didn't like it. Wide right there from year 1. That is a huge miss. It's going to be anything but straightforward. Now 22-year-old. A round that had a little bit of everything. It was a back 9 that had a little bit of everything. A hole out eagle, a couple of bogeys, but Bae So-hyun all adds up to a round of 71. Looks like one of the amateurs in the field, Choi Jung-won, having a great day. She's 2 under par. Chance to make it 3. This a birdie putt on 13. Move hard there. Oh, just wasn't quite slow enough to rip right at the end, but another very talented South Korean amateur coming through the ranks. No doubt she'll be out here on the KLPGA Tour in a few short years. This is always that length of putt that has given her problems in the past. Start.
Back swing, but she gets the job done. In you go. Solidly hold. Start, but steady since. 1 under par 71. John Min. Year on from well right of target at 17. No choice but to take the aerial route here. Find that club face open. You try and get this one in the air. Oh, got a little check on it, but once again, the putter's going to be tested for year one. Now, Im Jin Young playing alongside the amateur Choi, a chance to get to 1 under and a shot closer to a young playing compatriot. Well done. Nice 2 there for Im Jin Young. Much simpler spot than where year one left it. Ji Young could just sort of stab this into the fringe, tumble out. Like that. Done a little left rough on 18, but should come out like a bit of a knuckleball this one, just low and chasing, so start line is key. Good job there, nice swing. Kyung outside chance for a birdie too. Outside of 30 feet. Mostly flat, maybe just a little uphill at the end. One goes racing on past outside of Park Ji Young's marker. Goodness me, a rush of blood to the head there. Hyun Kyung. That one again, just seconds down a smidgen. Yeah, one for par. Really nicely rolled in. She wasn't sure at the end, but it's grabbed a piece of the cup and dropped in. Despite a woeful tee shot, she escapes unscathed. Same could it be said for Park Hyun Kyung. This putt tries to go left in a hurry. Okay, lips in two for Park Hyun Kyung. Just a steady rock of the shoulders here, keep that head nice and steady. Okay, no mistakes. Left to play on opening round coverage following this featured threesome. Just ahead of them. And their second shots on the last. Yu Hyun Ju.
leaning like that, maybe just a little left, and well, more than a little left, but it's a much better looking lie. Look at this closing par 5 18th here at Golf Zone County. Just a long, skinny fairway, but again with the rough being down, dried out in spring, straying off the fairway, not too severe. Those pine trees on the right that you will need to avoid, so listen, the fairway to the left a little bit better, you don't get stymied out if you do miss at the starboard side. You see a lot of approach shots in with short irons and wedges, maybe even lob wedges for the longer hitters. Pin today cut on the upper shelf of this slightly raised green. 29 from the front and 11 from the right.
빨간색 아파트 똑같이 메인은
Young. 3 good swings in June. Have a look at birdie. 68 will be excellent this afternoon. So a tiny bit left, but like I mentioned on that flyover, left of this fairway is the side to miss it on. Y'all. Fairway 117, lovely angle in. She's some good short irons and wedges today. That's another right on line. Is it going to stay up on that shelf? No, just wiggles back. Just a game of inches. This another foot. That's an excellent birdie look. Now it's a bit of a testy one. Par 5 as well this season through the first 2 events. After getting with a birdie here, quite the roller coaster round. That is going to stay. No, it's not. Back down the hill it goes as well for Jung. Scrambling over the last few holes have kept the right side apart. Closer than the 2 playing partners. Coming in very high. If she doesn't pitch this on that upper step, it's going to get rejected. I was going to make the same mistake as the 2 colleagues.
Still well clear of that slope. Plenty of highlights this opening round, so why don't we have a look back at some of them, courtesy of our friends at Bridgestone Golf, starting with Hwang Yo-min, who's disappointed to not make a better showing of things last week in defense of the title at the Doosan Weave Championship, but certainly produced plenty of excellent shots in her round of 68 this morning. That delightful tee shot at the second amongst them. The sixth, there was Park Ju-young. 279 career starts before her first KLPGA Tour title. She was pouring them in from everywhere. That one of 7 birdies in her round of 65. Chin-sil, prolific talent, multiple-time winner on tour. She got things going early doors as well. One of the gaggle players who started their days with a 68. So just towards the end of her round, flagging it there on the closing hole. For her as well. In the afternoon, that was expected from Park Ji-young. She certainly delivered early. It's an excellent approach into the fourth. Then how can we not talk about the shot of the afternoon, shot of the day probably. Bae So-hyun, 9 straight past to start her day. Slam dunk eagle to start her back 9. She'll drop a couple of shots, but would birdie 18 for a round of 71. So another lovely day of golf here at Golf Zone County. Park Ju-young leads. She fair should be now. Feature group coverage tomorrow afternoon. Y'all. She'll have to rue a couple of soft mistakes, and if that one doesn't go in, she's going to have a work cut out for her tomorrow morning. She wants to stick around for some weekend action.
내 결승전 요산, 저쪽 사는 게 아니고 마지막은 항상 요산단 말이야.
See how slow this putt is. Watching Kim Min-byul earlier. She has done the exact same thing. This out as close to the edge of the fairway as possible. Oh, no, not off the right edge. That's a bit loose. Closing birdie, Yoo Hyun-ju. Wow, well done. A bit of a topsy-turvy day for you. 65 for 73. That is projected to be outside the cut line as things stand. 18 holes tomorrow morning to try and pick up some much needed birdies. So 2 will year 1. Safely in. Bit of a roller coaster for her today. Shortage of birdies or bogeys on that scorecard. 73 for Jung. Unfortunately, got outscored by her 2 playing partners, and they both shot 1 over. It's for a par for last year's Rookie of the Year. It's today that's been a bit of a struggle for Kim Min Bill. 75. Kim. She's the 130 on her day, coming back at 11. One's third. Drove down into that one. Gets that to stick nicely. Beautiful shot there from Yewon. Truly out of position here. Slight down slope, ball seen down in the rough. To control distance and spin from here. She's got plenty of spin on that. Probably even surprised her. Not bad though. It's also a poor lie for Park Hyun Kyung. So that top third of the ball. She's on that downslope, means this is going to come in a little bit lower, so as to catch this off the toe. Just have it go nowhere. That popped up very high on her. She's played that beautifully. Birdie putt here from right around 30 feet uphill. Rakes to the left. Greens have slowed up just a little in the last maybe 45 minutes or so. And that is going to be a very efficient and tidy opening round of golf. The last lady to win the tournament stage here, that was the Kyochon Honey Ladies Open a few years back. She'll be in the hunt again this week if she continues this fine golf.
Kyung. Wouldn't it just be fitting if she rolled this one in to finish her day at even par? Isn't able to squeeze anything out of her round today. A lot of good, simple up and down par saves. It's been his second birdie of the afternoon. Feel like a big one. Wide to 73 as well. Former two-time major champion. Much those early two misses affected her confidence with the putter. Now clear one for a birdie and a round of 70. This time, most recent KLPGA Tour champion. From her campaign here in Chuncheon with a 1 under par round of 71. Best score in this group, one of the best rounds of the afternoon, will go to Park Ji-young. Just one drop shot on her day, a 69 to start for Park. Park Ji-young, who leads after the opening round here at the ENG Financial Group Championship, an inaugural event, first edition of it on the KLPGA Tour. 7 under par, a low round of the day. It's Park Ji-young who'll take a 1-shot lead into tomorrow's action. We certainly look forward to having your company for day 2 here in Chuncheon. Until then, it's Timothy Lowe saying have a lovely evening. See you tomorrow, and bye-bye for now.